And welcome back, Firewood addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today, we're going to be on location getting some firewood that you may not expect from me, but let's get into it. So before we go on location, I need to prepare, but I just wanted to show you, I did get into some fir yesterday, splitting. Definitely not fun stuff. A lot of gnarly, naughty crap, and I'm not sure. I guess I could sell this as chunk wood or whatever, but I mean look at that. That's just crazy, insane. Definitely good wood to burn because it's like all tight knit and gnarly. Look at the sap. Look at that. Jeez. Yeah, don't touch that. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I still have this right here, split up, this section here. So this is, I guess, all the second load, right? And then this would be the first load that I need to get into. So let's see how that goes. But I wanted to share something with you all, or to ask your opinion. I don't know how much to share about this. I commented on another YouTuber's channel and something, and then I plugged the podcast, and he responded with basically being upset that I was promoting my channel on his channel. Well, my channel is a little bit over 800 subs, while he has multiple thousands, so I don't see how he was mad. I'm a small channel and I don't get anywhere as many views as he does doing firewood. So I don't understand why he was pissed. But anyway, regardless, I am going to promote the firewood community, share knowledge, insight, best practices, lessons learned. So if you have a channel has anything to do with firewood, put it in the comments. Let's support each other. But most of all, if you have a channel that you are outdoors, you're doing firewood, chainsaws, whatever, reporting, put that in the comments, and let's all subscribe to your channels too, so we can all gain more insight, knowledge, and come together as a firewood community and not have conflict, not have issues. We're all in this together. We may not share the same viewpoints on how to go about cutting firewood, how to go about selling firewood, but regardless, we're all into firewood. We all love firewood. We all may be addicted to firewood at certain levels, which is fine, but we're all in the same community. So let's share knowledge. Let's be compassionate towards each other and friendly. So once again, if you have a channel about firewood that you want to promote, leave it down in the comments, because we are all brothers and sisters. Alright, I'm on location getting wood. So I'm in these people's yard. This is like a 4-acre property, and these people bought wood from me this past winter. They're both older, and they have this property, and she was telling me about this tree that fell down, and I would maybe could have access to it. So I went back in the property with her, and there's a tree down. You see it down right there. And she said that her grandson took an axe to it to cut it down. So I'm looking at it, and so here's the base, here's the stump, and you can see where he used an axe and cut it. I mean, when in the modern days, you don't really use axes anymore to cut down trees, but he wanted to have fun and whatever. But you can tell that it was finished off. It went from transitioned from axe to chainsaw, and that was perplexing, because when we looked at the tree, most of it was bucked up already, and she doesn't have any recollection of that happening. You see here, we got rounds, and they're more or less at 16 all the way down, maybe not into there, but it went down on the horse fence. There's no longer horses here. And there's some more pieces over there, I think. But she doesn't think that her grandson cut this up, so she was concerned that people were stealing the wood without her knowledge, being on her property. So these are the other trees next to this tree, so I assume that they did the same kind. So I sent a picture to my friend Arborist Paul to confirm what it was. I suspected what it was, and he confirmed this wood is cottonwood. And we're gonna be loading some in the trailer. This is my parents' 4x8 utility trailer. We're gonna load it up. She doesn't want it. She knows of cottonwood, doesn't like it, doesn't want it, and we have full access to it. So that's the story. And now you're thinking to yourself, Travis, why in the holy HE double hockey stick are you getting cottonwood? You've been dogging cottonwood for months now. Why are you getting cottonwood? Well, and I had to get it. Well, it's kind of, I don't know. I've been talking to fellow firewood addicts in the community about this, and it's free. It's a harder wood. It's not very desirable, which is why I asked my arborist Paul, my friend, would people steal cottonwood? And he's like, no, that's like the less desirable wood ever, so why would you steal that? So I don't know if that gave the homeowner ease or not, but regardless, I digress. I have decided, if this is good enough, I've decided to take this on, dry it out, and mix it with my firewood bundles. I haven't had anyone complain about the quality of the wood, so I'm gonna go for it. It's free. Free is free. All wood burns. I'm not gonna have the entire bundle be cottonwood. Just me like a few sticks per bundle in the racks, just to have more variety in there. I brought out old red and split one round already, and it's still fine. There's no pumpkins, there's no rot. It's been down for, she thinks, at least 2 years, but hopefully it's not too bad. So we're gonna load these rounds up in the trailer. If we need to buck up some of this log here and the tree, we can do that. But that's where we are today. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's get loading. Let me bring you in a little closer. What I'm finding is, because this wood has been on the ground for so long, that a few of the rounds had carpenter ants, and they're in there, and they're literally inside the rounds. And there's some more here. They're in the rounds. So what I'm doing is I'm using old red to split them into pieces to figure out where the nests are, tossing the nests over there, and keeping the wood with no bugs. I don't want ants in my wood. Ants suck. So I think that's the last of the bucked up rounds. We have the tree over there that I guess literally fell on a running lawnmower, older one. You can see the seat right there, and then the tree goes this way. So I guess it's time to get on some gear and buck up some of these logs here. I don't know how this is gonna go. I didn't bring my PB with me. I always forget something when I'm on location. I always tend to forget something. This time I did bring my helmet. I brought my chaps. I have both my bigger saws. Yeah, okay, so look gear up and then I'll get back at you. status update. I got a few bucked up from the log. The thing is with this log tree is it's been down for so long, the grass is kind of like overgrowing on it, and it's hard to see what's on the either side of the tree. So you saw me kick around both sides. I know at the fence line there were some rocks, so I was really careful not to hit any rocks over there, but I'm not sure if it's worth continuing on getting some of this wood, having to fight it. I'm trying to make sure that I can leave as much bark of the cottonwood as possible. This property is not being used, so there's no harm in making a mess. I know that I harp on in my videos when you get free wood at someone's property or yard to clean it up yourself and make it look nice and neat when you're done. Here it doesn't really matter because it's not being used right now. So you saw me. So because I can't see what's on either side, I feel like times I had to bring out my plastic wedge here from my tools, and can use the sledge hammer to have the log break at the cut, and so I can roll it to finish my cut because I can't see on either side. So I got a few rounds here that will load up in a second. Definitely wet. It is soaked. I would think that with a lot of woods, they've been down for a while, so they'll be dried out. So I was hoping to maybe get this process as soon as possible and then sell it this summer. No, that's not gonna happen. It is soaked and very slimy. So like when you go to like pick it up and the bark comes off, it's just so slippery, so slick. So I got a few rounds. Maybe I can take this tree here and buck that up while I'm here at the fence line. Just some more wood while I'm here type thing. So I have a few pieces loaded, either rounds or pieces in here. So we'll see how much we get. I want to make sure that this is a worthwhile load. There's still some trees that are still standing. I don't think they want them. I'm not sure if I want to offer to take them or to fell them. I've honestly never cut down a tree. However you want to say it. I watched a lot of arborists on YouTube do it. It seems pretty straightforward. And here, there's nothing to hit. I mean, that shed is already gone, but I would follow it this direction. This fence is already got hit by that tree, so there's no harm there. I'm not sure if this is the second property on this side or this was just a fence for when they had horses. I need to ask. Not that like I'm seeking out wood all the time, but I find myself doing that, having to seek out wood all the time. So if I can, I may just bring these down and then take them. I have all these, like, I think they're like alder trees, these saplings in here that would be in the way of accessing the log afterwards to buck up, but I don't know if it's worth it taking this cottonwood, but I'm gonna try it. I know I've been talking a long time about how we hate cottonwood, but I'm gonna try it and see if I can sell it and turn around and make a profit. So I'm going to load this up right now, and you'll see that. Oh, so yeah, you see I have the power washer in the front of the trailer. I noticed each time that I was here this past winter to deliver wood to this couple, their front patio that's not covered was covered in thick moss, and the woman tried to spray it with some baking soda, I think, to kill the moss, and that won't help. But when that moss on concrete slab gets on there and it gets wet, it's slipper. It's slippery than snot. Definitely so dangerous. And to older people, I don't want them walking on it. So that, and when I delivered this last load of chunks of wood for them, because it's still kind of cold at nighttime, they asked if I knew of like a little box or container to store it in. So I sold them one of my ICB totes, and then but in doing so, because they're older, they can't. It was one of the one that isn't open yet. So when I sold it to them, we filled it up, but then I figured out that they can't get inside. So I offered today to cut out a little hole in the side, like we usually do when we are using totes, and then I use the grinder to run out the edges. So I wanted to do that for them so they can access the wood that I brought to them and the tote that I sold them, and then I wanted to power wash real quick that area as a nice gesture. So and because they're giving this wood, or they offered it to me, then I wanted to repay them to wash their patio real quick, and then to cut out that hole in the tote. So if you're wondering why there's a power washer in front of the of the trailer, that's why. So I believe in karma, and I'm a fan of helping other people when I can, without having it be a detriment to my time and my own health, because my time is valuable, right? But to help people who maybe just need some support, I mean, why not, right? Why not? So anyway, I'm jabbering. Let's load this up. So this is the load thus far in the trailer. I don't want to load up too much because it's definitely a lighter duty trailer, and it's not in line. So I still have some room back here. So I'm thinking about seeing if this other tree or branch is accessible and going as far as I can here, as well as on the other side of where it came down. I don't want to go any further because there's this lawnmower here, but on the other side, I think that's still good wood. It's up off the ground, it's just having access. So I think I can go around here and then walk to and bring the rounds to the trailer that way. So let's see if we can access this branch right here. Alright, so just a little bit, a few more from that other log or branch that was laying here. I was assessing where I pointed out before where the stump was, and I had to walk around here. I can pull the tractor trailer forward, so I can be right here more to load, but it's just this like getting here, and it's just sugar bushes and the ravine, having to carry those rounds over here. As of right now, I don't think that's worth it as of right now, but I was looking over here and they got like tin roofing right here, like the old school stuff. I can get in here. Are you seeing what I'm seeing here? This roofing stuff? A few sheets of it. That's old school. That may be worth inquiring about, to take that home, not today, take that home at some point, and even this one sheet right there that's hanging out that's bent, but I could still definitely use that. And all up on the shed over here, the roofing. So I guess there was another roof. Ooh, that's tempting. That's tempting. Tempting to, I don't know, I may come back for that wood. I think this is a good enough load. But my point was, in terms of the tin roof, is I could definitely use that to cover my wood. Always been on the lookout. Too cheap to buy it from the store, but if I could repurpose that, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, quite a nice property here. I guess it's on. So I guess I'm done cutting for today, at least. This property is on just shy of 4 acres, and nice people. They had horses here before that would maintain this property, and they died. So now it's just overgrown, and they're too old to maintain the property, so it's just kind of going to waste, unfortunately. There's a tree right there, but it looks to be too far gone. I'm not sure if this is their property as well here, but definitely had an electric fence for the horses. Looks like there's some like a pool pond right here for drinking for the horses, Definitely a lot of trees back here. Definitely don't want to cut them down if they don't want to be cut down, but if people don't want them, and it's decent wood to have at it, right? So it's nice to be invited to someone's property, and they trust me right off the bat to be here and run power equipment type thing. So it's nice to be trusted. So let me know your thoughts. Am I nuts for taking this cottonwood? It's definitely wet, but it's a lot of straight grain in here. I see a carpenter rat. Kill that sucker. I don't want any ants in my wood. I don't want to have to quarantine this stuff. God, that would suck. I don't want ants in my wood. Anyway, let me know if I'm crazy on accepting this wood, taking it on. Didn't take too long to cut it. I have access to this trailer at any time, and this is not too heavy. It's not too big of a load, so I wouldn't really need the dump trailer. It's just convenient for the dump trailer to dump, whereas I need to hand offload this, which is not that big of a deal because the rounds aren't that bad. So in theory, I could use my axe and split this up, but I don't know what I'll do yet. But let me know your thoughts. I'm going against what I told you before, that cottonwood sucks, and it does. But if I can get it for free, ideally get it for free and delivered, but it's not too far away from my house. Put the stuff here, load it, split it up, get it dried, and if I could mix it like I mentioned earlier in the video, like maybe like 1 or 2 sticks per bundle, or a few sticks in a rack, to prolong or to extend the other wood that I have, the other mixed wood that I use for my firewood stand, I think it's okay. I'm not going to sell straight bundles of cottonwood. I don't think that's fair. That's not ethical. But I don't think I'm going to get any complaints. But you let me know in the comments. Is this shady practice with the plan on putting this cottonwood in my bundles and at my firewood stand? Yeah, let me know your thoughts. So anyway, rock and roll, stay safe, keep cutting.